Hi friends, it's Liz here. So today I am doing a product review, product share for this MUNBYN label maker. I was asked to review it and I'll definitely be giving you my honest opinion. I really like that it is a thermal printer, so you don't need to keep adding ink in order to print your labels. This one happens to come with 3 different labels, a little cord that you can attach to your label maker to, hold it, and then of course the plug to charge it. I think it's such a cute little printer. It looks like a little bear's face on it. Now, when I did get approached to review it, they only had the white in stock, but it also comes in brown. And I thought I would mention that. So I've got 3 different types of labels with it, and I'm going to show you what they look like, as well as what I would be using some of them for. Now, you download the app on your device. I like that it's really easy to download. So the little pamphlet has like the steps to do it. It's super easy to do it. And it even shows you how to load the label, which is super easy. So the printed side of the label would face the back of the printer. And it's just a label that says do not remove, which is the one that you would face out. When you actually are ready to print, the actual app itself will guide you through, the type of paper that is in it. And I like that it actually shows you when you have when you have put your actual label in there properly, the app itself will show you exactly what label you're using, which is how you know if you've put it in correctly. So this one is the glitter type label that came with it. And it's like a really nice gray glitter, but it's also like a little bit see-through, so it's really nice the way that looks. I'm going to be starting by just putting some labels for my dies. I wanted to just see how it would look on some of my organization here. And if you are a person that enjoys being organized, this is super easy. It's a really small and portable little printer. Here you can see that you can change the size of the font. You can change the actual way the font looks as well. And then you just sort of follow the different instructions on the screen. So here it's telling me that this is too large for the font that I'm trying to select. So now if I go a little bit lower, you'll see that it changes and it actually fits within that frame. So it's really great that way that, it kind of lets you know if it's too long for what you want to print. I like also that it's really quick to print. See that I just pushed print and it came right out. So I kind of had loaded this a little bit different before, and that's why it looks a little bit off on the side there. But I'm going to do another one just to show you. I love that it's wireless. It's through your Bluetooth. It is, like I said, thermal. So basically what it does is the heat of the printer itself is what prints it out on the labels. And of course, then, you can have as many labels as you want and you're not going to run out of any ink because it's the label really that already has it ready to be used. So I really, really like this little silver one. The other thing I wanted to say is if you find that, you want something that's very easy to use, this one really gives you the quick setup for it. I like to save this little sticky part that came with it to show you which way the label opens, because I didn't want it to kind of unravel itself. I did take out the label, and you saw on the screen that it told you that I should check my printer paper because it wasn't in there, or my label paper. Now this one is a really cute pattern, and this one is the continuous label. So if I wanted to type something really long, it would do that as well. The other one was, had a certain limit of how much you could print in it. Because this one is continuous, it will definitely be able to hold a lot more of what I want to type into the label itself. So here I'm just seeing that it hasn't quite kicked in. As you see there, I've put in the label, but it's still showing the gray one. So I go ahead and open it back up and put it back in, and then it shows updated that it's been in there. So that's how you know if you've put in your label far enough inside the little printer to show that it is the right one. I like that it also has different types of icons that you could use. This would be perfect for people that enjoy planning, or if you are actually doing some organization in your craft space or your kitchen, etc. It's got the little labels that can go with it. Those are super easy if you have kids, that they can actually see what they're going to get or what's in the container. Here I'm just playing around to see what else is available. There's different types of plants, etc. I really like that, you know, they've got a little variety, but I hope that they add a little bit more. I was kind of hoping to find something that had maybe social media type of icons on it. That would have been great, because I do use those a lot, especially with my planners and journals, and it'd be nice to have something that I could just sort of stick on like a sticker. It has borders as well. These are the ones that it comes with at the moment. And I really like that you can add a little border to your label before you print it out. So it just gives it a little bit extra. I am going to show you as well how I printed out a few different ones. But here I'm just showing you the different things, different sizes, different ways that it, you know, you can direct your actual text, and you know, how you can add and delete things as you go along. So here's where I'm just showing you how long this label can go. It really depends on what you're writing and how far you want to take it, that it will print out the length of it, which I think is really interesting. I've never really been able to use those before, so it's really nice to have that option, that a label could just, you know, be continuous that way. So now I'm just going to show you the borders that it comes with. And I really like the option to be able to make your label just look a little bit nicer with the different options that they have for borders. I have used them a few different ways, and I will be showing you the printed labels in a little bit, but I just wanted to show you how quickly it is to actually add your, you know, frame to your label. So you would select the frame that you want. It would pop up on the screen. It takes a couple seconds maybe for my Wi-Fi or my Bluetooth to kick in, but you can see there that it also expands with your label depending on how large or short you want it. And you know, you can work with your text and move it around as well. So I really think that's cute. Again, you'll see how quickly it is. You hit print and it shows you, do you want to adjust it, you know, top or bottom, left or right, those little buttons that have the plus and minus at the top. If you think it's fine, you just hit print, and there it is. I really, really like how quickly it prints. I like that you can see it nicely on the screen. And don't rip it out the way I did. I believe it has to be, you have to tear it down. So you would tear your label down. I kind of started doing it upwards for some reason, and that's just not the right way to do that. I almost forgot to show you that you also have the options of cartoon borders. So there's the simple one on the left here, and then there's cartoons as well, which is super cute and fun. And now I'm just going to quickly show you how the ones that I had initially printed, I'm just adding them to some of my dividers for my dies. And you can see a little bit of the glitter from the label, the little glitter that it comes with. I think it's just a really nice finish to that label. I wouldn't normally use a glitter on things, but I think it's just really cute. It just gives it a little extra. Again, if I was using these for my you know, entry in a journal or a planner, it would be really cute to have you know, an icon there or something about the day. The other thing I did want to show you is how you can change the direction of the text. So you have the options here at the bottom to, you know, give it a couple of different, two versions of it. So you've got the kind of circle, and it'd be nice if, you know, you wanted to do a different style to your label as well. So it's kind of nice that it has that option. I don't know how I would use it, but it's just nice to be able to change that if I wanted to. Okay, so this one is that cord label, and I think it's just such a perfect label. I have so many different, cords to different devices. It's really nice to be able to organize them, and this is going to help so much so that I don't lose track of where, which cord is which cord and what it goes to. They all end up looking the same at some point, so it's kind of hard to tell. If you have any of those, round selfie lights, or if you have other devices that have these little cords on them, it'd be nice to have that organized. So you just see here that I'm just playing around with the size of the text, and I am trying to decide if I like the actual font itself. I'm just going to leave it. I think it's the default one. And now I'm just going to attempt to print it, but it's telling me that I guess I haven't inserted something properly. And there it is. So there is my label. I am going to show you how I add this to my actual cord. And I think it's just perfect, like I said, because now I know that the little charger cord that comes with this mini printer, or mini label maker I should say, is going to have the right label to it. So I'm just trying to close this little label here to make sure that it's straight, because I was kind of sticking it in a little lopsided. And now just going to be wrapping this around my cord. And I should leave a little more room, of course, because I want the words to show on both sides. But I guess it doesn't really have to. But I'm just going to be readjusting this, and then it'll end up looking how it's supposed to. Now you can see that a little bit of the text came off on the sticky side here. I guess it hadn't fully dried from the printing, or maybe it's just because it is a thermal printer that it just tends to come off a little bit more. I do find that you have to know that with thermal printing, I don't think it lasts forever. So, but if you're like me, I change my organizing often, so I would probably be adding new labels to things in a couple years or so. So that's it for this one. The other thing I did want to quickly show you is the way that the labels themselves, the text, you can change the direction. So if you wanted to, print it going up and down instead of left to right, then you also have that option, which is really nice. So if it was that, I was going to be printing out a label that was horizontal and not vertical, and I wanted the words to be horizontal as well, then you would be able to do that. Again, here I'm just showing you the different fonts that are available. They should be popping up on the screen. Again, my iPad is a little bit delayed, I think, with there's just so much memory being used up in here from all my other stuff that I have on it. So here we go. It's just where you change the text direction, and I think that's just such also a great option for a label maker. So easy to do. You can just see how quickly it changed it from there to there. And that's it for that. So let me just show you what else I have printed, and what I plan to use it on. So here I'm just printing July a couple times, because I will be adding this probably to my journal, and also to mail that I'll be sending out, and I wanted to kind of just put the month that I'm sending it out. So I'm just trying out the sizes and font, boldness, etc. And I really think it's cute how it's quickly printed out. So if you were planning ahead with your journaling, and you wanted to maybe put a tab on a page and have each tab have the month, or whatever category you're doing, it would be perfect for labeling your tabs as well. And they would just all look so nice and consistent. And so I've been using it to label my my die sets. The Happy Mail one is perfect if you're sending mail to friend, or snail mail. I thought it was so cute to use the little snail icon and then snail mail. So I've printed these out so I can use them on my envelopes when I'm sending stuff out. I did, print smaller ones for like movie nights when we have those at home. I can put these in my journal, the month again, and just different ways that you can just add, on your little packs, your envelopes, or even if you make like ATC cards. I think these would be so cute to add to them. So there's just, I think the most that I love about it is that it's so portable and it's very light, and you don't need to do very much to just print out your labels. And I have found that with other printers, there's just so much that needs to happen with, you know, making sure that you've got everything coordinated in such a way so that your label works. This one so far seriously is my favorite once I figured out how to use it. I like that you don't have to do anything else but make sure that, you know, the little tape is facing the right way, and then it kind of does it on its own. You don't have to do very much for it. There are definitely many more labels on the site, and so you can, you know, go ahead and check those out if you wanted to. But, you know, for teachers, labeling supplies in your kitchen, labeling items, I mean, you know, labeling is just something that I enjoy doing, and I'm sure most of you do. It's so great to keep yourself organized. And so I really, really like the options of, you know, what you can do. I hope that they do at some point have more icons, because that would be nice to also use, because you're basically making your own little stickers as well, right? All right, so thank you for joining me today. I hope that this review was useful if you were considering getting one. I definitely am happy with it, and I think I might be getting some more labels, because I do want to see what else they have available, and you know, other things that I can do with them. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.